seriesedition.com. Jamie. You don't learn, do you? You always have I got to come in here and once in a while we got to embarrass you. I guarantee you when we are out there with our contracts and business deals, that if your name ever comes up in any conversations, which I doubt it ever will, because no one knows who you are, I will make sure that the people are properly educated on, as we did online, on why you're a person that is a thief, that commits scams, that commits fraud, that has lied on so many occasions about how your products are supposed to be this, that, and the other. First things first, you're the last person on the face of the earth that should ever call anybody a scammer. You're also the last person on the earth that should be calling anybody committing fraud or fake at the end of the day, because we have countless amounts of evidence on you with no end to it whatsoever. Right now, as I'm building my new company, getting ready for my next stage, you are still there fussing and complaining about my products. Still whining and crying on camera about, oh, this and oh, that. Well, you don't realize that this evidence right here shows clear proof that not only did your product match your house paint, but you continue to steal from your customers because the same product here that matched still sells on your website, which is proof that you are stealing from customers. And for some reason, you get on camera and you rant like your product, this never even existed, never even happened. I'm not gonna put a lot of time in this because I got a bunch of videos to do. I got contracts to rewrite. I got a lot of business to do, but again, this is the reason why you're stuck where you're at and you can't go any farther. I can build an entire company from the ground up with all new products and you can't do anything because you know why? Your products have a ceiling. They can only go but so high. I know this because I used to make those products. I have far more experience than you do at the end of the day. I left the mic open so he can come in here and rant, because that's usually what he does. He comes into the room, he poses as different YouTubers. He claims it's not him. I think he's suffering from multiple personality complex disorder. But I leave the mic open because I want people to see what kind of person you are. Now, this is an individual who did a demonstration on a product called Network Grade 773. In the beginning of the video, brimming with confidence that he was going to take this screen paint down. Find out he didn't take it down. It was one of the worst video demonstrations I think he's ever done on a live stream, getting busted in front of everybody. Until then, he's still trying to capture some of that back by saying, oh, his product matches this new product. Are you kidding me? I have so many test demonstrations under my products, it's not even funny. Just got finished completing a demonstration yesterday on my product outside on black versus black, when you yourself can't even get past slip silver, which I doubt you ever did. Am I going to go to your channel? Nah, wasting my time. Because the only thing you have on there is the same nonsense over and over again. Same room, same projector, same dark environment, on same screen paint that match house paint. So what we have here, people, is called the blacklist. And the blacklist is full of Jamie's shenanigans. And this demonstration right here, where Jamie is staring off into the abyss because he thinks he's going to actually beat this product, and at the top of the video, that is now missing off his account, no longer there. Actually, we have several videos that are missing off your account that happen to match house paint. You explain to your customers and who's buying from you. I don't think anybody's buying from you. It's going to be me. The product should. You explain at the end of the day how you're still selling a product that matched a house paint. Not a black and white mixture. I'm talking about a product that a customer can literally remove off a shelf and do the exact same thing. Excuse me. I know you're just trying to get some justification back because, again, what are you angry at me for? You're the one that went on camera. You're the one that did the demonstration. You're the one that matched the house paint. If you're upset with me because of this video, then that clearly shows at the end of the day, you're just upset because you got caught. That's why. It's your video. You went in and made this video to back your product, to say my product in no way doesn't match Network Grade 773, that Kenneth Bird is a complete liar. He doesn't know what he's talking about. This is why I say he knows nothing about making screen paint. Nothing. He's been selling you guys watered down milk for the longest time, and it's not even funny. Why do you think there's no tests? Why do you think his website has no real information on it because he doesn't know what he's talking about. Anybody that looks at his website, I had a couple people look through his website and they came up laughing like, this is a joke, right? I said, no, this is actual guys selling these products, trying to sell these products and trying to make it seem like he has a business. And if this is a joke, I'm not even gonna waste my time with this. Your website alone doesn't even explain your products correctly. You have 3 of your products marked as gunmetal. They all can't be gunmetal. They gotta be something different. There's nothing there on your site. And even worse, 2 of your screen paints that you sell on your site are matching house paint. Personal mix matches house paint. This is why you will not get contracts. This is why companies don't take an interest in you. Because why? I myself would drop thousands and thousands of dollars, even hundreds of thousands of dollars for a contract for you at the end of the day. If I know that the consumer can just walk into a Home Depot and do the exact same thing, why would I bother to put money into that? Do you have any proof at the end of the day that your product doesn't match it? No, you don't have any proof. You have in your website the exact same P2 projector and every single screenshot, but yet you claim your products work on 720p. I don't see a lot of demonstrations on 720p on your channel. I don't see enough demonstrations outside. I don't see enough demonstrations on venue projectors. Everything that you claim in your title, you don't have. Number 2, you're scamming your customers. You have a policy set up on your website to make sure that your customers don't receive anything. If it lands on your property, it's yours. If you open it, it's yours. I guarantee you, since I've been busy working and I haven't been acknowledging you, that if I go into your website right now, if you haven't changed it already at the last minute, trying to prove me wrong, that you basically, oh, please move on. Basically, if you say, oh, Danny's a joke, move on. Anyway, if you say that your product still, at the end of the day, is still saying that customers don't get their money back. They can't get an exchange if they open it, and they can't even if it lands on their property. So he has 2 policies locked in there. If one misses, the other one will hit. It's like a fail safe. So the way he set it up, because a lot of people, when people were looking at it, they were like, well, this is a fail safe. It's designed to take your money. So if it lands on your property, no refunds, no returns. If you open it, no exchange. The first policy seals the second one. You see how well that's matching? And for the person who's ranting about Danny, nobody cares. Nobody cares, nobody cares, nobody cares. You know why? Because he sunk his ship a long time ago. Danny sunk his ship a long time ago when he made his screen paint a 4-coat application. He sunk it. He has no one to blame for that. His product literally costs more than it costs for him to sell it. He doesn't make any money. Anyone can do the math and add that one up. So let's move on. But anyway, as you can see, somebody came to rant about Danny. It's probably Danny ranting about Danny. These guys are such cowards. They come in with these fake accounts and they claim to be different people. Now you look at that right there. Do you see how badly that looks? That is pretty bad. And this is a product that has zero testing underneath of it. So how, you've been talking about that soon for the longest time, whatever. Anyway, so as I said before, how in the world are you selling a product that's matching house paint? Can't get mad over it. It's your video. You made the video to defend your product. Oh, by the way, we leave the mic open because we want people to show how you react. When people get caught, when they get busted, they react in an angry, upset, threatening manner. And that's how they're reacting, because they're exposed. That's why we left the mic open, so people can read their comments. Because we know they're going to be upset, we know they're going to be angry. Most people would go in and try to back up their products, or they would have backed it up from day one. If your product was tested, you can easily go in and back your products up with no problem. Like if I tell you my screen's ambient light rejection technology, I can take a screen and I can raise it all the way up to the ceiling, stick it in the door, and still produce an image. I can drop the screen at 1,000 lumens, ultra short throw, and play them outside with no problem whatsoever. I can back my tech up. But the problem is you guys can't back your products up. You use a lot of smoke and mirrors. You see my fireplace? You see my screen over top of my fireplace? It's 106 inch. Danny boy, just to address you for about a minute, because it's not about you. I know you want attention, but I can't give it to you right now. You had a little tiny cutout at the bottom of your fireplace. And it wasn't even hitting anywhere near any of the lights. It was sitting on the floor, which means the window lights couldn't make contact with it too well because you had the shades in the environment, and the condensed light in the ceiling ain't no way in the world that was going to touch that screen. So you see the difference when I did my demonstration with the 106 inch in the window, with windows behind it hitting the screen, all that, no ultra short throws, long throws in the demonstration. And yet, you guys compare yourself to me. Now, I gave you a little bit of attention. That's all you get. Bye-bye. I think I'm going to have to put it. No, I'll leave me in. I'm a rant. Anyway, so as you can see with Jamie, I think he's trying to keep coming here to try to distract me so I can keep it off of him. Sorry, it doesn't work that way. Jamie did this demonstration. This is a demonstration, as you can see right here in the title, where it says CROW Cinemax versus the Network Grade 773. And in this demonstration, he really believed that he was going to beat this product. The problem is I already did this demonstration 6 months to a year ago, and I told you from a person who's an expert at the end of the day in this field that it was going to match. Did I not say this already? And it matched. It matched so well that he went in and tried to remove the videos off his account. We asked him if he could place these videos onto his website so everybody can see this. He refused to. And the reason why he refused to, because he knows at the end of the day that his product is nothing more than house paint. This would be far worse. Now, if you're doing like a black and white mixture, you have to know how much black to put into it so you don't mess up the balance. What makes the Network Grade 773 really, really dangerous is the fact that you don't have to put anything into it. The customers will put jack into it. They can just basically take it off the shelf and boom, they have it that fast, that quick. The biggest problem he has right now is that his fellow followers, if they haven't already decided to take the base of Network Grade 773, heck, you can throw anything in there. You can overpower his product because he matched the base, which means they put in a little black paint, they put a little more silver into it, maybe a little glitter. They can overpower his product, which means they can make a better product than his. That's what he just did. He just televised how close you can make his product. So this demonstration hurt him a lot. So that's why when we gave him the challenge for the slip silver, why do you think he fought it so much? He fought it because he doesn't want to go through this again. That's why he fought it. Look at that. So here, and by the way, when you got on there, you showed off the receipt. Again, I don't know what bubble you live in at the end of the day, but in the real world with the rest of us, house paint varies on price depending on what particular kind you get or what brand you get. You can have super paint, you can have emerald, you can have different ones. I got paint that I paid 80 bucks for. I got paint that I paid $17 for. It depends on what it do and what it's designed to do. Some will give you a one coat application and you're done just like that. Some of them you'll have to prime the surface first and then paint over it. Some of you have to prime the surface and so cheap you have to put 2 coats on top of it, which I went through in this environment right here. So it depends on what you buy. What you bought was called emerald. Emerald is a little bit more expensive than super paint. If you bought super paint would have been a lot cheaper. So when you came on camera saying that I don't know what I'm talking about by price, trust me, buddy, I know what I'm talking about. You bought the emerald, which is a little bit more expensive than the super paint. That's why your price was so high. But just showing you so you can have a reminder. Every once in a while, I got to come on here and I got to show you this. Now, when I'm taking care of business, you will not be thought of. If your name comes up, we'll just redirect them to the blacklist. We'll say, look, this is the fellow right here. We're showing the receipts. We got all your receipts of your complaining and whining and carrying on. We got your emails of you guys cursing and carrying on and acting up. They'll be posted. Everybody's seen them already. You want to get mad at people at the end of the day for the dumb stuff that you do. Danny, you should have known better to send me an email with you cursing me out with your company's email, Instagram account, and Facebook attached to it. You're not smart. You know that, right? You guys just are not all there at the end of the day. It's like the equivalent of taking a single penny and putting it into a tin can and shaking it. That's it. And you guys want to get mad at me at the end of the day because I can back my products up at the end of the day. You don't have cancel orders on me. I have cancel orders on you. That tells a lot right there. I have cancel orders on both of y'all. Multiple cancel orders at that. And you can cry and whine and say, oh, make an order now. Why would I waste my time? Danny, I've already given you the opportunity. Crow, I've given you the opportunity. When I placed the first order, you had the opportunity to prove your product and you didn't do it. And I gave you multiple chances to do this. Now that's done. We're finished. Now, let's get back, Jamie. Look at this. I want you to explain to customers. Come into this room. I'm calling you out right now. Just come into the room and explain to everybody why you have this video that's no longer on your account that's missing, showing your product matching. I'm not reading that. Look, unless he's in the room, I don't care. We'll move on. I'm not reading your messages. I don't know why you bother typing into the computer because you know I'm not reading this, right? You do know that, right? I just want to make that sure that you guys know that I'm not reading your comments. All right, okay, just want to let you know. I'm pretty sure you're writing in there because you want other people to see those comments, but it's kind of hard to fight your battles when there's a video of you doing this. Yeah, it's kind of hard to do. I came in here and asked, I think we had one for Danny. We had an open mic for Danny. Danny came in, didn't say anything. He did just rant and carry on, going through these freaking rages and all this stuff. That's all he did. I asked him simple questions. We broke down his video demonstration. It's your demonstration at the end of the day. Broke it down for you. Asked you questions about this quantum fusing system, which I'm pretty sure you haven't done the demonstrations on that yet, showing the difference. This is the reason why you guys can't go into any forum site, because any forum site would pretty much wouldn't even feed into that dumb nonsense. They would question you on it. And therefore, that's why you can't go into forum sites with that nonsense. Walk into Avius ones, which are not a big fan of them, or any other forum site, and talk about that projector quantum stacking system. And they're like, man, if you don't get that transformer nonsense out of here, you're going to have to explain and show proof that this actually does. And if you can't show proof, that means you got on a camera, you told lies, and you're committing fraud. And if you did make an order from someone and they're not able to complete this task and this doesn't happen, then there's also another account of fraud and also stealing, scamming. So unless you can back that product up saying it does what it's supposed to do, you are a scammer at the end of the day. And we have requested multiple times for you to do these demonstrations. And again, he has refused. Now, do I think the stacking system works? No, I think that's bullcrap. It doesn't work at all. So Danny, we bring you in the room, and if you can do a video, explain and show, it's all you got to do. And I still haven't seen it yet. Okay, just continue ranting on, writing your messages. Let's get back to Crow. All right, so as you can see, look at this. This is pretty bad. Now, mind you, this video literally got so bad in this demonstration that he got to the point where he was fidgeting with the camera and going back and forth talking about other things besides the screen paint. I mean, usually when I walk talk about the screen paint, I've already beaten the screen, we're done, and I'm bored. It's time for me to move on to something else. Where you guys are sitting there matching the screen in the entire process. So, okay, now keep in mind when we go to this website, he does rant. He does these really bad rants, he gets upset, he gets angry, he's very frustrated, all right? So keep in mind, or he just might not come on at all. So the same product you're seeing here, which is the network grade 773, you're seeing this product, they're both the same anyway. That's network grade 773, this is his product right here. And again, your math was way off. If it's $40 a quart, how did you get 2468 in that one? We do have that one actually. Crow doesn't know math. He's done this multiple times in demonstrations where somebody he saw 32 ounces with 38 or 36. I don't know where you got that one from, but it wouldn't be $80. That would only be 2 quarts. That'd be 64 ounces. You would need 128 ounces, which would be 264s, and that would be around 160 bucks at $40 a quart. You said 2 quarts at $80. I would only make it 2 quarts. You don't know math. Simple breakdown. You're going to have to know some kind of basic math, at least if you're going to be doing home theater projection screens. It's a lot of measurements involved. This is why I see why you guys don't build screens, because you probably don't know math at the end of the day. As a philosopher, on the other hand, a philosopher doesn't even know what the freak he's talking about on camera. I guess he feels that if he just says anything, people will believe it. That might have been going on for a while. If he's that old and he's been still talking that way without backing things out, that clearly shows at the end of the day, he's been doing this for quite some time. And maybe people have been believing it, maybe they haven't been, I don't even know. But to tell somebody that you put distilled water in the product, I might add you in here too. Distilled water in the product, and you keep claiming that your product's not a paint, it's a thin coat. It's thin because you drop distilled water in it, and you said the distilled water acts as a delivery system to keep the product from dehydrating. That is bullcrap. Please break that down for us. All right. He can't explain that himself. That's why in the video demonstration, he messed up multiple times in his own demonstration. He couldn't figure out whether to put a line of 2 inches wide or a line of 3 inches wide. Again, and that's also virtually impossible also too, because a customer, no way in the world is going to pour paint and it's going to land at 2 inches in width. It's going to expand, especially when you put water into it. It's going to make the paint a lot more loose, and it's going to make it spread even more. You guys don't think things through when you talk. That's the problem. This is why neither one of you know what you're talking about. Look at that. That is just absolutely embarrassing. So the first thing they're going to ask is, where's the video? So we can see it for it. Where's the video? The video's gone. Do you have any proof of the video gone? Yep. In a live stream, we tried to remove the second one. Actually, he did remove the second one. We just caught him moving the second one. So that right there is an $89 product, and this right here is basic house paint that you can pick up at Sherwin-Williams right off the shelf. Oh, and by the way, the 2.0 has beat the Network Gray 773 and beat the Slip Silver with no problem, which you still have not done yet. And am I going to go check your account? No. Nobody in their right mind is going to walk through that freaking Pandora of nightmares. Who knows what kind of new stuff you're lying about? My goodness. And that's on a P2. That's even worse. That's on a P2 projector that is producing the same image on his product that is producing on the house paint. So those of you who have a P2 projector and you purchase that paint for that particular purpose, especially if you saw that video you should purchase. Ooh, man, I swear I think someone's drinking pool water. Trying to be nice here, people, but good gracious. I had so many people ask me at the end of the day to scroll down because they had to see the people in the comments that were talking. The first thing they came up with, they can't be that stupid. Thing about it was none of his customers were in there. Not one of them. They were all trolls in there. Every single one of them were trolls. And the other trolls weren't even acknowledging the video as we have a recording of it. Also, too. The only one that said anything about it was some guy, the guy called Solid 5, the guy got busted with the fake receipts on YouTube, and we even recorded him trying to delete his videos. Oh, that's pretty messed up. Now, and this one's pretty funny, because in this one, he takes his hand and he waves it in front of the camera, so that way it looks like this on your end. Maybe have a commercial popping up. Look, you guys have to understand this. Look, you have to stop making these fake products. Your products don't work and never will work. And this is why one of them can't even keep a website open, because again, if he makes a sale, he owes money. Literally, that's how bad it is. He didn't crunch his numbers well enough. And if he makes a sale, he owes money. Unless he's going to up the price on his product to pretty much deal with the $40 that he's going to lose on the product, because his screen paint requires a 4-coat application, but it requires 4 containers of paint to paint a 120-inch screen. Alone, if it's not the fact that you're losing money, it's also the simple fact that no customer in their right mind is going to put a 4-coat application onto a surface. It's a pain in the neck. They're not going to do it. And the way that first coating went on, it was so sloppy and it was just so oily. It was nasty looking. The first thing, the first impression is the last. And the thing about it is, when a customer is painting something, he wants to see results right from the door. He doesn't want to see that nonsense, because that's going to sow in a lot of doubt. And he's automatically going to have issues painting the rest of the screens, and if the first one looks like that. And you're never get on camera and tell them, oh, calm down. I know the first one's going to look pretty bad, but no, they're not going to go that far. They're going to think they messed it up, screwed it up. You got customers that if you make the instructions too hard, and you say you got to paint in an approximately, that's what you said, approximately, a thin line that has to be 2 inches wide. You have some customers, say if they expand to 5, they think they messed the screen up. Over that alone right there will cause problems. It's just too much of a headache to paint your product in. And then if it's a straight line, you have a graph of a straight line, Danny, paying you some attention right now. A straight line. How do you apply that with the paint sprayer? How does that work? if you have to apply a straight line across the screen. And you're talking about they have to take the screen down? Have you seen the screen in the demonstration with the church? You think they're going to remove that thing off a wall, wherever you had that thing at? Take it down. They're going to need a crane to bring that thing down. Or a cherry pick or something. Put it down on the floor. Put a huge, massive line from one end to the next and paint that in. Are you kidding me? No. That's too much. That's too much. And it takes 120 inches. Let me get this straight. I got to say real quick. Danny, you got to like me on this. It takes 48 ounces to paint a 120-inch screen, and you need 4 of those? Either your paint's extremely thick, like peanut butter, or something is just wrong there. If it's thin coating, that means you can put that in 24-ounce container and easy paint the screen because it doesn't require that much, because the spread cover would be a much more larger distance because the material, the paint is not that dense. You didn't think it through. What happened was you saw 48 ounces on my website and you decided to put it on yours. You decided to copy me and you burnt yourself. But yeah. Look, gentlemen, you can come with emojis, you can come with insults, but at the end of the day, I'm asking you to explain your own videos. That's what I'm asking you to do. When I get on camera, I explain the technology. You guys don't do that. Now, I want you to see this for a minute. Watch this on the hand movements. He's doing this. So it looks like this, so you can't really see the screen right there. And that's why he's waving his hand from the camera, because at this particular point in the video, it gets extremely bad for Jamie. Extremely bad. And this is where he basically realized that he messed up extremely bad, and he's trying to get around it. See the fidgeting in his hands? Everybody's watching how his eye movements, how his hands are moving back and forth. He's extremely uncomfortable. And again, Jamie, if you're upset with me because I'm showing this video, then that definitely shows at the end of the day you're just mad because you got caught. You busted. Remember, this is your video. I didn't make this. I just basically got a copy of it before you took it off your account. That's all. Well, look, if you're in here and you're talking, all you got to do is just explain the video. That's all. Instead of coming here getting mad and angry, just explain the video. I'm not angry and upset. You don't hear my voice. I just need you to explain what this is. That's all. Explain. You call everybody thieves. You call everybody scammers at the end of the day. You're supposed to have all this knowledge in screen paint, but yet we have a product here matching a basic house paint. This is why I let the mic open. I'll leave the mic open to give you guys a chance to be able to fight your case and to talk. Tell me why. I'm asking you questions. And instead of you coming back and giving me questions, you come back with a bunch of insults, emojis. That's not professional at the end of the day. All right, so there he goes with his hand, waving it from the screen. Why does your hand have to be there? See where the hand is at? Why does it have to be in that section? Look at that. That's how he knew that it was getting worse. When the screen starts matching like extremely well, he gets up, he sits down, he gets up, he sits down, waves his hand like that. It's a mess. Again. Well, look, since you have no other, I'm trying to give you a chance, man, to explain yourself. That's why I let the mic open for you, and this is how you carry on. So your messages will be there for everybody to read. Now, like I said before, that's why we leave the mic open, to give them a chance to go in and explain what we're seeing in these videos. Mind, these are their own videos at the end of the day. I don't know what you're writing, man, because I'm not reading it. All I'm looking at this, I'm not reading your messages. I know that you're ranting over there, but I'm not reading them. You should be explaining why. It's your video. Just explain why. I mean, we know you come with multiple fake accounts. We've seen your multiple fake accounts. We know who you are at the end of the day. Just come in and just explain why. Why is this video looking like this? So if you do own this Cinemax or personal mix, because he changed the personal mix to an IB mix, that's what he changed it over to. This is, Jamie, this look familiar to you? This is you walking out of a Home Depot. This is pretty bad because I had a couple of people say, wow, you're talking about a scammer on a different level. He walked out of a Home Depot with the container and matched the screen. This is the personal mix. So if you have the personal mix, this would be you right here. Jamie, look, why are you upset with me? Why are you mad at me for? These are your videos, man. They're not mine. They're your videos. See right there, Crow's personal mix versus Bear's silver screen. That's you at the end of the day. This is not me. This is your videos right here. I don't have any I have only deleted videos I may have on my account are basically if a customer has switched over to live stream, the customer I was doing business with, yeah, that definitely has to be deleted. Videos where certain personal documents might have popped up in the middle of videos, they have to be deleted. But if I'm doing a video where I'm backing my product, I don't care if a ladder fell on my head, if I tripped over something, if I fell into the screen, that video is going to remain regardless. These are serious videos at the end of the day. These are videos based at the end of the day, you backing your products up, doing these long videos, backing your products up, that your products don't match house paint. And in these videos, go missing. I just sat there and said, I mean, we had to make a recording of it just in case the video disappeared because you have a bad habit of doing this. Just like when you went in and you manipulated one of your videos under the Frankenstein. Sat there and made all these videos about it being ambient light rejection, and then now all of a sudden it's not ambient light rejection all of a sudden. And you charge more money for it. And then you went into a video that was 5 years old and changed the video out to not ambient light when all the rest of them are saying ambient light? Come on, man. You should know better than that. If you're mad and upset and angry at the end of the day, who are you blaming at the end of the day? It's just you. Is this not you walking out of a Home Depot? That's the title of your video, right? You want to show people what they are missing if they decide to go out and get Bear silver screen. See, the difference between me and you, Jamie, is the fact that I don't match any products. I don't even match certified screens at the end of the day. You can't even get past a basic house paint. And we know if you can't get past a basic house paint, then that means pretty much your product is what it is. It's house paint. There's nothing special about it. It's just everyday house paint. All screen paints at a certain degree are made out of house paint. Is what makes them different, that separates them from the house paint. Your product matched the house paint. That's the problem. Well, yeah, I'm supposed to be a scammer. That's interesting, but yet we're looking at this. Interesting. And it's your video. And that's for the king. I guess he calls himself the king. That is very arrogant. How are you calling yourself the king? Face the king. You know how bad that looks on your website? So if a person comes in to buy, the first thing they're met with is face the king. They couldn't even know who we are at the end of the day. And at that, we go to our website, let's see all the tons of demonstrations, which you still don't have on your website backing anything up. I've seen your demonstrations. On top of that, question, how is that black paint seasonal? There's so many questions behind that, dude. Do you really need me to dig into you right now? Because you really don't need it. I've got so many questions on that to ask you on how is a house paint seasonal? How do you explain that? Is there a 4-coat application for all your products? Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. That's a good question right there. All your products require a 4-coat application? How does that work on a black screen? So wait, you have a 4-coat application for a black screen? Because you showed a 4-coat application on one of your products. Does all of them have the same application? Which one is it? Got another one for you. If a bird craps on your screen, and you said the screen has to be even, Danny, if I lose you on this one, it's understandable. You said the screen has to be even, right? Sorry, Pete. I got it asking for quick, because I don't want to miss out on that. If the screen has to be even, you said it takes 4 coats and it has to level out, right? So if something touches your screen and messes up the screen where you have to repair that spot with paint, do you have to go through the same 4 applications on that particular one surface? And if you do that, that means there'll be 8 there and 4 on the rest of them. So if it requires for the screen to have an even application for it actually to be able to marry well, that means you would have to do the exact same form application on the entire screen, even at 120 inches for one little tiny spot that could have landed on the screen. Did you think about that? No, I don't think you did. All right, let's move on. This is the kind of stuff that you should have thought through before you came up with a 4-code application. Because with Goo Screen has a 3-code application. And in the 3 applications with Goo Screen, it's just simple and plain. It has a primer, it has the paint itself, and it has a protective coating. That's it. But if somebody comes in and on the side of your screen, you have to sand all that off, and you have to repeat that process again. You can't just fill in that one little spot because it'll show something. It comes up kind of weird on the screen. It's kind of like a darker area or whatever, something happens, but it does show a difference. And they can go in and break it down and show you what would happen if you don't add this one, if you miss this one, you miss that one, you don't do this right, you do it right. The screen does have a weird reaction. You, on the other hand, can't back that. Because if you did, you would have been able to back it by now. Before you sold your product, you should have had that test on display. What happens if the customer is painting the screen in? What happens if they walk away and they have something to do and they forget and they come back and they can't remember if they did 1 or 2 or they miss an application? Now in the back of their mind, they're thinking like, gee whiz, I don't know if I put that 1 in or I put that 2 in. I'm not really sure. There's 4 applications to put in there. And they're going to contact you and say, well, I missed an application. Is there going to be a problem there? If you tell them that that screen's still going to react the same way, then you go, you don't even know your own product. And the day when you're requesting that it takes 4, and then you're telling if a person misses one, it's not going to be a problem. Because they're not going to see a problem. Now, you see right here in the demonstration, as you can see, if you have to be that close to a screen, Jamie, to show the difference, there's a problem. A customer sitting back at 11 to 12 feet on a 100-inch screen will not see this. That's not enough of a difference to show. It really isn't not a difference to show. So that's not going to work at all, period. It's not going to work at all, period. See this right here? The reason why you wouldn't be to beat the network, the bare silver screen, because the bare silver screen being a lighter product is going to produce a much higher white level than your product. When you painted the surface down, your product was a little bit darker. Come on, man, you got to use some common sense here. People who develop screen painting can see this right from the door. So with your product being a little bit darker, you would show a slight little difference in a bump in color and contrast. Not by much, but you would show a bump. When it comes to the whiter levels, the bare silver screen would be the victorious because, again, if it's a lighter product, it can produce a higher white level. That's how it works. So as you can see here with the rose, which he didn't keep on too long because he saw that the other product was actually producing slightly better. I don't know how you could look at that, get on camera and tell people that they're seeing 2 different screens that are basically so different from each other. So for those of you who have the personal mix, this would be your product. Now he changed it over to the IB personal to try to switch up the name, but still you can't do that. You can't switch the name up. You got to go in and you got to show, because you got busted on this video, mind you. That's why it's gone. So you have to take the IB personal mix, go get some bare silver screen and do the test again and show people that it's a different product. Because now you have a reputation for deleting videos off your account and for matching house paint. Look how close, literally, he has to be to the screen to show you that. When a friend of mine basically works at a Projector Central, I showed him the video of you walking over to the screen to show the contrast levels. That man laughed so hard, he's like, why is he that close to the screen? This is the reason why you guys are considered to be a joke in home theater. And Danny boy, let me explain something to you crystal clear so you can understand this. I have more experience than you. I've been out way longer than you have. You're new. In my world, you're considered to be a noob. You don't know anything. I can tell by looking at your products on how they're made. I can easily make all your products with no problem because I used to make them. Matter of fact, you're making my stuff at the end of the day when you really think about it. So I was making that product before you were ever even thought of. You just now come in the scene, come on, I'm the king. I'm the dude. Yeah. My experience level is way higher than yours. And you gotta know to call yourself, can you back your products up, man? Can you just back your products up? Stop talking nonsense. Just back your products. That's all you gotta do. Go and back your. Matter of fact, have a video today. Can you have a video today? I'm asking Danny. Danny is the one who has. Do we need to go to your website? Okay then. Danny is the one who has the website. Parte AV, his Goopy Goo, whatever screen paint products he sells. Can you do that demonstration today, the breakdown? Because I'm still trying to understand this whole fusion process. I don't know how a screen that's right to the touch is fusing into another screen. So I'm asking you a question. I'm asking you a simple question. Look, he's getting violent, he's upset and angry. All right, yeah, sure. Anyway, so as you can see how violent and upset he's getting because he's very angry right now because again, I'm asking him simple questions. And he's supposed to be a professional at the end of the day. This is another person that's in the room. He sells screen paints. I'll show you his website also too. This is another person who claims that he makes screen paint products. And I'm asking him simple questions about his instructions and he's very upset. He's becoming very agitated. He's talking about a lot of violence, very upset. And this is a person at the end of the day you want to trust with your credit card. Very unprofessional. All right, let's get to the pretty bad stuff here with Jamie. You guys don't, man, at least Jamie's smart enough to keep his mouth shut. But you, on the other hand, well, he's upset. Look at that right there. That is pretty bad. You can't even tell the difference between the cow. Oh, wow, that's pretty bad. Now, mind you, this is for those of you who have the personal mix. This is the personal mix against bare silver screen. Mind, this is a person who walked, wow, you can't even see it, it's gone. This is a person who walked out of a Home Depot with the product, painted it down, and just look at the results. And then this is where it gets really bad. The ranting is going to get pretty bad here for them because again, this gets pretty bad. Look at this. Look at the match on this. Wow. Are you kidding me? How much were you charging people for that product? That's supposed to be a huge difference right there. That's pretty bad. I got this same rant, what was it, last month? Nonsense he's talking about, yeah, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, look, man. You guys don't have the nerve to talk about anybody in the day. You don't have the rights to talk about people being scammers because we got videos on you. We have text. We have canceled orders. Dan, I got $700 worth of canceled orders on you. We literally ordered so much paint from Danny so fast that he shut his site down. He shut his site down a couple of times, but he shut the marketplace down. The most embarrassing returns ever that I've ever received from somebody would have been from him. We used the same $106, got a return back to my banking account so fast that we were able to use it multiple times to place multiple orders. I literally ordered everything in his shopping cart and got the money back right away. Right away. We even ordered samples and we got them right back to the account. And this is a fellow who walked around in his backyard, grown man, walked around in his backyard talking about how I canceled on him. How can I, again, where are my receipts? I still haven't seen any receipts showing that we canceled, nothing. It's been a year, nothing, no receipts, but I can show you your canceled receipts. All right then, just want to let you know. Because when you guys come in, I don't have time, I don't do emojis. I don't do emojis and none of that stuff for me. I don't do that stuff. If I want to come in here and I want to expose you, I just show you your videos. That's all I got to do. I don't got to get into all that. You are the guys that come in here. You don't hear me on camera ranting and cursing and carrying. I don't do that stuff. If I want to basically expose you, this is what I do. I pull your videos up. Last time we was in here, like, come on, buy from me right now. Buy from me right now. But, dude, I gave you 7 opportunities to back that. 7 opportunities. How do you get on camera and say, oh, you're scared to buy? $700 I transferred to you for your items, and you returned every single penny back to my account. Jamie, countless. We got over $1,600 in orders that we placed in your account, and you gave me back every single penny. You can't back your products, gentlemen. Don't get mad at me at the end of the day. You should be mad at yourself. What you should be doing is you should be going out and trying to make a proper product for the customer. So that's the problem. You got so caught up in this hatred toward me at the end of the day that you missed the entire point. By the time you guys were in there complaining and carrying on and worried about what I'm doing, Mr. Burb is building an entire company. I got contracts waiting for me on the other end. I got business deals waiting for me on the other end. And you guys are still here ranting back and forth, doing nothing. Where's your evidence? What have you gotten out of all of this? Where's your evidence on your products? Your products don't work. You can't keep website open. You're matching house paint at the end of the day. Come on, gentlemen, you got to get your act together. At the end of the day, it comes down to the customer. You completely missed the point. You did. And they're complaining and carrying on and bickering and upset over a product that, again, I was making your product 9 years ago. 10 years ago, I was making your products. I wouldn't be surprised if you copied my work or tried to copy my work. Your products are old and outdated. Where are your gunmetal tests at? I don't see you testing against diamond. I don't see you testing against the Dark Star 9, the heavier screens. I don't see real fully lit environment demonstrations ever being done. All these dark environments with low light splashing up behind the back of the screen. Really sad. No real test demonstrations. That is pretty bad. That is absolutely upsetting. You missed the whole point. The whole point of making products is to have something for the customer. And you missed the whole point. You're so busy trying to compete with me at the end of the day that you're driving and you're staring out the window at me and another vehicle, and you don't realize that you have a semi truck right in front of you. Too late to get around that one. Bam! That's what you just did just a few minutes ago. You just hit that truck head on and there was no survivors. Too busy worrying about me. I'm not paying you no mind. I'm going about my business. But I'm pointing to yo, semi truck. You might want to look at the semi truck. Nah, you guys done hit so many trucks, it's not even funny. Look at that. That is absolutely horrible. Now, again, you guys are in here upset over this. Party, I know you're a big friend of Crow, and y'all best friends or whatever, how that goes. And I know you're in here trying to defend him and trying to threaten me in a way where it's, I don't know, I'm supposed to be scared or something. I don't know how that's supposed to work. But anyway, and I know you're in here trying to defend him. That's supposed to be your buddy, your friend. Scammers work for scammers, so you're trying to defend him. But how are you defending him on this? Now, I can't see it there. It's his video. So you're coming into the room upset and angry and mad because I'm attacking your friend who made a video that ended up matching house paint and then deleted the video to try to hide it. And then when I direct the attention towards you and I ask you, all right, a few questions about your product, then you become even more hostile. You become more even upset. You do know that this live stream, these what you're writing in here right now, it's going to be broadcasted everywhere. It'll be on Instagram. It'll be everywhere. Facebook, everywhere. I want people to see how you guys carry yourself at the end of the day, that you're not professionals. I want everyone to see this, everyone. And do have other sites. And also, this will be going to the blacklist. We definitely are going to put this on the blacklist. We want to show that that's the reason why I leave the mic open is because I want people to see how you carry yourselves when you're caught. When people are caught in doing things they should not be doing, they go into defensive. They go ranting, they carry on, they curse, they do whatever they got to do to make it stop. Now, keep in mind, this is a man who walked out of a Home Depot showing the product and got on camera and said, these are two different products. Yes, they are, but they don't match. Every forum site we drop these photos on, every person says the same thing. Where's the difference? He's bold. You got to be really bold. If you're this bold to walk up on camera and do something like this on a lot, not only did it on a recorded stream, If you're that bold at the end of the day, God knows what else he's probably doing. As I told you before, the reason why we came up with challenging him on the house paint, because I thought to myself, I said, what are the odds of him just not even bothering with the black paint? Because mind, if he isn't about to buy the black paint, he saves some money at the end of the day. So what if he's just buying everyday gray paint, pouring it into a container, and just shipping it to you? You could literally just be paying $90 for a house paint. And this is why we started questioning. This is why we did the Network Grade 773. We did it on all our products. We did our tests. Matter of fact, we run it in our tests to this day. And also too, with that Black Dynasty paint, it's supposed to be ours too. We run that through everything too. And we just were curious, when would it come to a point where this fellow's going to just start shipping you house paint? And if he's shipping you everyday house paint with nothing else in it, look at the policy he has on his website. His website clearly says 2 policies that are designed to lock you in. If it lands on your property, if it's on your property, it's yours. If you open it, it's yours. Now, knowing this, seeing this is pretty bad. This is pretty bad. It gets even worse than that. Oh, God, it gets so worse. There are areas, oh my goodness. And the color is crazy. Look at that. That's horrible. That's absolutely horrible. And at that, he's in the dark at that. That's pretty bad. So again, for you gentlemen to come in here, get mad, get nasty with me, throw threats around, and carry on because you got busted. You just exposed yourself. Instead of you come into the room, being adults and saying, well, look, that was a product I made so and so and so. I do apologize to my customers. I'm going to try to do better in the future. I will run some tests and I will show you that we can make a better product the next time around. That's what you should have said. Instead of coming to the room talking about, oh, I'm going to kick your butt. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that soon, blah, 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 blah. That's not professional. You showed yourself off in a very unprofessional manner. You know what this video was designed for? It was designed to expose you. And was designed to show how unprofessionally you are by giving you the chance to speak on an open mic. And you did exactly what I tell people that you do. You rant, you carry on, you get upset, you get angry, you throw threats around. That's not business. That's not a good person, a professional at the end of the day. It's not, I'm sorry. All right, seeing this, let me go back here to this one. See right there, we have the apple right there. Now, I want to show you something. He's been doing this for a while. He's been doing these videos like this for a while. Well, I don't know. You're upset and angry, and I know why you're upset and angry, because you're busted. You're caught. You can't explain things about your products, and you should be explaining these things. Where are your tests? I couldn't ask you enough times. Where are your tests? Where are they? Now look at this. This is the same scam he's been running. This was like 2 years old. By around 2 years old, 3 years old, around that. Same thing, same video, same. He's been doing the same thing forever. Like I said, and both of these videos are gone. They're missing. Now, we have the products right here. This is where I did the first test myself. This is before he ever touched the paint, before he even knew it ever existed. We started the next.
First, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens.
Let's go where I popped the top.
Just speak out these certified.
Where we painted in.
I'm going to have to basically.
You listen to what I just said out of my mouth.
Well, look at that right there. That's not good. I can tell from looking at that. That's not good at all. That's nothing in it.
Gentlemen, I explained to you, I was making your products long before you were. If I pop a top on a can and I go, ooh, this is not good, this is going to match, it's going to match. Now, you see when you guys were doing those demonstrations by saying that my product was Dynasty Black, that's what you kept saying. Did you know what I did? I went out and I bought Dynasty Black. Put it against my screen using all my demonstrations. Did you know that? Every last one of my products had Dynasty Black in those demonstrations. We give you guys slip silver, network gray, silver mist 16 or 1619, and you guys avoid that stuff like the bubonic plague. Now, when I popped that top, you guys never even heard of the paint. You didn't even know it even existed. We are the first ones that brought it to light. This was 6 months to a year ago. I told you on camera, you do not want to go near this. It is going to crush your product. But I put a little pressure on you too to make you do it. And of course, he didn't want to do it at first. Oh, he fought tooth and nail, but his customers pressured him to do it. He said it right there on camera, to do it from customer requests. Got on camera, started brimming with confidence that this product was actually going to go well. He's a liar. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Again, was making screen paint longer than you have. If I tell you something's going to match, it's going to match. And sure enough, it matched. It matched so well that, Jamie, you removed the video. And when you removed the video and took it off your account, you have now acknowledged that your product is house paint by removing that video. And listen to what I just said. This is way before you did the demonstration. Way before your videos ever existed on the network gray.
Not going to go well.
What did I say, Jamie?
Not going to go well. Look at that right there. That's not good. I can tell from looking at that, that is not good at all. That's nothing in it. No black, no glitter, nothing. That is not a good sign.
Now, keep in mind, that was my first time buying that product. Because when I asked Sherwin-Williams for a gray product, they had a whole bunch of colors there. And they said, well, what about Network Gray 773? And I looked at it, I was like, okay, I guess that'll work. This is what I said in the demonstration.
These guidelines are size, can't do side by sides, but we're going to check in all that. Until then, I'm going to hold off on certified screens for a while until you figure out exactly what rules and regulations.
Now, I say in the demonstration, we're not sure if it's going to match or not.
Side by side, but
First time buying this stuff.
we're just the only ones singled out. All right, so let's get to this real quick. So I went down and was curious exactly if I got some gray screen paint, how close would it come to matching CROW's products at the end of the day? Because like I said, the only reason why we go after these individuals is because they make all these outlandish accusations and claims about their products doing this, that, and the other, and it's bogus at the end of the day. So usually you would mix it with some bare silver screen. It's very light gray, as I said before, but you got to add black in there because you got to put those tones in there. This stuff is already toned, so it's good. So we picked up some yellow. Over here, man. Really? Don't make me work for this. All right, here we go. We picked up a gallon of by Sherwin-Williams. Picked up a gallon of this for around $23. This is called Network Gray. Got a couple more that's coming in. And this is an SW, I think it's a 773. So, I'm curious to see if I paint this on here. We're not looking for a match. We're looking to see how close it would come to matching the paint.
No, did you hear me say that in the video, Jamie? I said we weren't looking for a match. We were looking to see how close it would come to the product. It matched your product. You know what also matched? Your Cinemax. We had your Cinemax over here because Jamie decided to try to scam us. And again, post office fraud charges. But he tried to scam us on some Cinemax. We ordered it, got over here, it was black paint. It was, you know, the whole fraud incident from there. But anyway, he sent this down black paint. So a customer saw that, one of his customers saw, and he thought that was disrespectful. Now, I'm not saying all your customers. Some of your customers who see that nonsense at the end of the day don't tolerate it. And he didn't like what you did. So he sent this down his brand new container of the Cinemax. And when it got here, Jamie went into this huge, massive rant. Oh, it's not my product. It's not, he faked it. He made the labels. All this nonsense. You went through all that. Then when we got the Frankenstein here, was bearing the exact same labels that the Cinemax was bearing. The exact same labels with that little print in between and all that. Yeah, the same thing. With the same signatures on the side. Same thing. So, with that being said, the Cinemax not only matched your product, but we made the Cinemax on camera. We made it several times on camera. So really, it's not that hard to make. We used your same black and white video to do it. But it matched multiple times with this house paint. And then, after we kept asking him to do this demonstration over and over and over again, he refused. He didn't want to do it. This is our demonstration. Before he ever did his.
And
So you see how close that's matching? So that's matching in this
Yeah,
demonstration.
see that?
In this demonstration, we don't just have the Cinemax up there. We got the personal mix up there, the Metallica mix, and we have the Network Gray in that demonstration. All three of them match perfectly to the screen paint. All of them. This is why when we asked him to do the demonstrations on the Hyperant mix, we requested for the personal mix, we requested for the cinema mix, for both of them, both of them be matched with Network Gray 773 and Slip Silver. He avoided it at all costs because he knew it was going to match. So, Jamie, knowing that your Cinemax product has matched, there's a video of it showing it matched. There's a video showing that it's missing, but also two, you have two other screen paints that you haven't done tests on. Personal, well, you don't have the Metallica mix anymore. We know why you don't have that one, because the video showing him making the free product is actually the Metallica mix made out of black and white paint. That's what that is. But there's your product right there, buddy.
That's all.
There's your product right there. All three of them matching. Now, you went through that whole rant online talking about how we don't have your Cinemax and how it doesn't match the Network Gray 773, your rant, which you're probably missing video now, to have you do the demonstration yourself on camera, live, and match the product. Excuse me. Which shows at the end of the day, we had your product here. You knew it so much that it matched that you removed your own video off your account. Now let's go to your website and let's see if you're still selling this product. The product after we showed people at the end of the day on multiple forum sites to stay away from your products, how you are still scamming them at the end of the day. This is our video showing the Network Gray 773 versus your product. This is your video right here, showing you matching Network Gray 773, and your demonstration now is missing. Cheated people in the bare silver screen over here, same thing as your product, missing video. Your product here, made with black and white house paint. This was a Metallica mix, that's why you don't see anymore, because this video got out and exposed of Crow making a black and white house product on camera. Now let's go pop to your website and let's see if you're still selling these products knowing that your product is matching house paint. And let's see where it's at. Here we go. Cinemax. Same product that was shown in his demonstration of him matching a house paint. He sells it here for 80 bucks. He took $9 off of it now. $9 off of it for a quart. See, the problem is when you got on camera and you were talking about, how much is it going to cost you? Like, I'm trying to make it sound like it would cost you more money to buy the Sherwin-Williams than your product. You said $40 a quart, and it would be $80, and that'd be 160 bucks to tell you the truth. But it wouldn't cost that much because, again, they wouldn't make any money. That would be insane. You would go buy paint and say, okay, look, people do this all the time. They buy a couple of quart, they buy a quart and say, well, how much is a gallon? How much is it different from a gallon? A gallon would be a different of 20 to 15 bucks, depending on what that product may have, a stain block or whatever, one coat application, what it may have. But it's a difference between 15 to 20 bucks. There is no way in the world they're going to charge you even $20 or $40 a quart, even if it's $4 a quart, and they're going to charge you $40 per each quart to make the gallon. That's $160. Nobody in their right mind would ever pay that. It's only a $15 to $20 difference to the gallon. That's all it is. That's what it is. And I don't know how in the world he got on camera and tried to feed that nonsense to other people at the end of the day when people go to paint stores every day. And the first thing when they go in there and they get something like, people underestimate, like, you know what, I don't want to have to come back here and get my car and wait gas. I'll just get a gallon of it. And that's usually what they'll do. And they not even need a gallon, but they won't want to come back and make that mistake. Rather have more than have less than more. How much is a gallon? They're not going to sit there and say, oh, it's 160 bucks. What? No one. No, I'm sorry, but you're way off on that one. So on the website here, you're going to pay probably, well, here's what you pay. If you're getting a gallon of Sherwin-Williams, most you're going to pay is anywhere between $23. That's the cheaper one. It's called Super Paint. That's what it's called. But you're probably going to have a little bit of a difference here and there due to the fact that, as I said before, because of depending on where you live at, you know what I mean, prices are a little more expensive in New York City than they are in Philadelphia, and Philadelphia, California is more expensive than Philadelphia, and so forth. So that's how that works. Other than that, it's not going to be 160 bucks. That's insane. But I want you to see this right here. Now, after we showed you all that, you would think that after getting busted with a house paint, your product matching a house paint, that he would remove it off the website. No, he doesn't. He continues to sell the product on the website as if it never even happened. And now he's selling it for 80 bucks. So you're going to spend 80 bucks for, does he have the ounces in here? Yeah, he didn't have his ounce. 1 quart. 1 quart, $80 for house paint. Well, you can just go to Sherwin-Williams and pick it up at $23 a gallon. No way in the world you're going to spend $80 for, we spent $80 for a gallon. It's got to be the top brand paint. It's going to be way up there. Because I spent 80 bucks to paint the room in the next room, that ultra high white. That's what it cost me. But if I wanted to go cheap on that room, I could have sat there and spent the same gallon I spent in here. I spent one for 23. The other one was like 40 bucks. That's it. If I paid for the 80, I would have just knocked out the whole room and been done. But anyway, but as you can see here, yeah, this website's a mess. As you can see in here, 1 quart for what he's asking for. And after seeing the demonstration, you can see from there. Look, changed up his pictures. They're all still in the P2. If you're telling people that your product works best with 2200 lumens, where are your demonstrations on 2200 lumen projectors? Man, I don't even have time to go through this. I'm already an hour in on this. This is how much nonsense you guys do at the end of the day. If I'm going to embarrass you guys, I'll buy your products and have you give me back my money if I want to do it that way. I don't feel like wasting the time on that. I got things to do. I've given you plenty of opportunities to back your products up. We've given you multiple challenges. Just give you a challenge before. I'm pretty sure you haven't done that yet at all, period. So there's no point in me going and checking it because there's no point. We've given you multiple challenges on basic test demonstrations that we do every single day. You don't even match your products in any way whatsoever. At the end of the day, at least the only thing on Partay's behalf on his website that's somewhat decent is the fact that his exchange policy does actually have some weight to it, where he basically will exchange a product if it's showing that it's deformed, defected, or whatever. At least he has that on there. But the rest of the nonsense on the website is just mumbo jumbo because he can't back it up. There's no videos, there's no tests, there's nothing there at all, period. The demonstrations I'm seeing here, look, he's trying so badly to keep up. And you see every time we post something, Jamie tries to keep up. He's doing his football. And if you look at this, I want you to show this. This is why I don't like demonstrations where the phone is, or picture is way up on top because you can't see the surrounding environment. This is the Cinemax, it's the house paint you're buying. Well, I hope you're not buying it. You see these contrast levels? See how in the dark they are? We did this demonstration multiple times on every single level. I've done this outside with no problem. Let's see where I'm here. There we go. Did that demonstration right next to a window. And here he is, sitting in the dark. And mind you, see how dark, look at the skin tones. Look how dark that is right there, right? You notice that he zoomed up where you can't see the black background. And the reason why is because it's not going to come up black, it's going to come up gray. This is the area they're going to zoom in. The hardest thing to pull up on OLED demonstrations is that black background. That's really what's going to show if your product actually maintaining that black level. Now, if we go over here, like I said, that demonstration is being done on a $270 projector. That's it. That projector he's in his demonstration costs $3,300. We can pull up a demonstration right next to a window in a fully lit environment where in his demonstration, he's stuck in the dark with a $3,300 projector with a 2,000,000 to 1 contrast ratio. There you go. Let's look what else we got on here. In the dark again. See all these lights we have here? In the dark. Sitting too close to the screen again. And every last one of those demonstrations are done on a $3,300 projector. But you know what makes it so bad, Jamie, at the end of the day? This is house paint. This is house paint. I don't care how many pictures you show. I don't care what you do here and here. That's house paint. That's what it comes down to. You scammed your customers. You stole from your customers. This product you have in here is house paint. It matched the network grade 773. As I said before, why would I go out and give you any more money when I can just go to Sherwin-Williams and do the exact same thing? As a matter of fact, we do have your product here. The network grade 773 is your product. Every time I test that product, I'm testing against your Cinemax every single time, unless you can show me otherwise. And since you can't show me otherwise, then that means that is your product now. Now, slip silver is the next one in line, which you haven't done yet. Because if I type in slip silver into this computer and only our videos pop up, we know you didn't do it. That's how I would know. It would pop up automatically. That's how we found his video through the network grade 773. We just typed it in, put his name next to it, and that's why they popped up. I was like, oh, okay, he did do the demonstrations. Let's look through this. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Who the freak had this passable? Seriously, how blind are people at the end of the day? Listen, some people caught onto that and was like, gee whiz. Yeah, we exposed that to the max. So far, we exposed it so high that the guy went in and removed his own videos. Let me see if he has any test demonstrations. Well, we only got 2 pages. We got home and shop, so he didn't put a lot of time into the website. So that shows you right there. He doesn't know much about the product. And he was only going on a special. We're not even bothering with this because this is all house paint. We all know what it is. It's just basic house paint. This is just specification sheet, Jamie. This is why my business people I'm doing business with will go through your accounts and they'll look through it and they'll go, he doesn't know chat. What is this? This is not even a specification sheet at all, period. There's nothing in this. This is my favorite mix. One of all my mixes, I'm not reading this. I got work today to do and I don't feel like losing brain cells over this. You got spelled court incorrectly there. That's been there for like 2 years or whatever long your site's been there. Let's look at your shipping policy. That's the nightmare right there. Here we go with this. Still hasn't changed it, man. I haven't been in here in a while, man, because I've been working. You haven't changed jack, man. Look at this. Returns and refund policy. Once the product is delivered spelled wrong, ain't spelling that right to begin with. No returns or refunds. That's the first lock right there. Only exchange for a different mix if the container wasn't open. Yeah, that's designed so you cannot get nothing back. Say you don't open it, right? Say you don't open it all. Well, it did land on your property, so that first policy locks you in because it says once it has been delivered. So if it shows once it has been delivered, that means if you haven't opened it, right, he still has you on the first policy. That's set up to take your money. Because say happen you get the product and say you see my demonstration, right? And you go, oh shoot, I don't want this product, I want my money back or something, and you complain to him. He'll come in and say, well, it says in my policy that once it was delivered to your product, to your house or wherever it's gonna be, your property, it's yours. That's to protect him from the last policy. See, told you, set up to take your money. Right there. So you automatically know that Cinemax is house paint from what you've seen in the demonstration. It's house paint. And you know that he's still selling it on his website. And that's pretty bold to have a video like that you tried to hide, number one. And number two, it's all house paint. Network grade 773 would do the exact same thing with no problem whatsoever. You don't have to spend $80 for it. If you did buy this product at the end of the day, go and file get your money back. If he tries to use this policy, it's bullcrap, and I'll tell you why. We won every single PayPal complaint against this dog. Every single one. He's never won anyone from us. He can't back his products. And that policy right there is what's going to save your neck. The reason why it's going to save your neck, because PayPal will not honor it. We had to file 2 complaints against him for products that came here that weren't not as described. Some other stuff came here, some other nonsense he tried to pull. We used that policy against him. PayPal looked at that and was like, no, we can't honor this. There's nothing there to protect the customer anywhere. Where is it protecting you at? Lands on your property, it's yours. Say it lands on your property and the can busts open, like we had a container come here and the paint was spilled all inside of the packaging. Say it comes in like that. And he didn't even tape it up well. He had a hole in the top of the container. He was using recycled containers because you can see the container was dented on the corners and there was a hole in the top. He had one little piece of tape over the top. Mind you, this wasn't coming to us. This was coming to a customer. He didn't even know it was coming to us, and it came busted up that way. Now, say that lands on your property and there's paint leaking all over the place. He's got in his policy if it's open. You're going to sit there and say, well, of course I didn't open it. It's just paint all over the place. He said, but it landed on your property. So how in the world are you going to be able to get an exchange or something if the container popped open in the process and there's paint leaking all over the place? You can't get it because it landed on your property. It says it right there. Now, if he sits there on camera and goes, no, but that's a lie. I seal all my containers properly. No, you don't. That's a lie, man. Stop. You got to stop lying, Jamie. We got so much evidence on you. It's not even funny. Stop lying. You know why? Because this video right here. This is an order we got from a customer who ordered from him. Jamie was so terrified when that product landed here about we're going after Cinemax next. We're getting that next. The customer placed the order for the Cinemax. Jamie went in, found the customer, cursed him out, and refused his order. Now, why would you do all that? That sounds like somebody who's got something to hide. Isn't this your product?
My company is Crystal Edge Technologies Green.
This is what the customer came in and bought to us. And when he said it got here, he said paint was leaking all over the place, that he had to put it into another mailer and ship it to us. So this is how we got it. And when inspecting it, because I want to make sure that things are being done on the up and up. So we inspected the container, because we wanted to make sure that maybe the customer didn't buy it, or that'd be impossible from the inside of it because the package was sealed. Yeah, the package was sealed. We had to rip the other package to get through it, so it was sealed. It was leaking while the package was sealed. But we still inspected the container. And you will see when I pull it, there's a slight little hole at the top, which means paint was leaking out of it. And he shipped that to a customer now, if that was shipped directly to us, we could see why he would do that because that's the dirty stuff he does. But no, this went to a customer, he didn't even know who he was or she was. So look at this. That's how much paint is leaking all over my hands. All we had, the countertop just leaking out. Now, say your package ends up like this. How are you going to get an exchange for your product if one of the policy reads that if it lands on your property, it's yours? How do you get it? Now, when I told you can override this policy, you can override the policy because PayPal's not going to be able to honor that. Now, you try to file one on us. You try to file with the 2.0. You try to file not as described. That 2.0 has batch numbers attached to them, and they have 3-hour tests locked onto them, so they can back themselves up. And my website, compared to yours, is chock full of information. As a matter of fact, even Danny, at the end of the day, I've seen your website. It's just a bunch of nonsense. You got nothing there backing your product up. I get so many test demonstrations flowing through my sites, it's not even funny. So your sites don't back up nothing. The minute PayPal hits my site, they go, good gracious, how much time did you put in this? A lot of time. Matter of fact, I let people watch me build a site from the ground up. It's a ton of work. I got more pictures on my site than you guys combined together. One of my roles has something like almost 130 rows of pictures on everything you could possibly think of. And as for that whole door nonsense, stop opening up the door and saying that your screen, it's not me. I got a screen downstairs that can sit by a door. Man, you guys just do such fake demonstrations. See right there? Look at that. This is all he put on the customer. Just one piece of tape, that's it. That's all he did. Now, say the customer ordered that. And they got that to their front door and it looked like that. And your policy, it says, and it's right on your website, you can't argue about it. It says, if it's delivered, once it's delivered, no refunds. Right there. It says right there, doesn't it? It says it right there. And no exchange. Were you going to argue with them and say that they popped the top and they made it look like that? Look, guys, you gotta understand. I'm not on here taking your videos, when I'm taking your videos, these are your videos, but I'm not coming on here and I'm not slandering you guys for something that's not true. See, you come on your channel and you say, oh, Ken's this and Ken's that and blah, 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 blah. But Ken can back all his stuff up at the end of the day. Ken does demonstrations that you guys don't even begin to even think of. But yet you're still on here ranting about blah, blah, this and blah, blah, that. I don't have to, like I said at the end of the day, I don't have to stoop to your level. I don't have to go in and make memes and carry on like you're doing right now. I don't do any of that stuff. These are your videos. This is my video right here, but the videos we just displayed, those are your videos. That's you at the end of the day matching house paint. I don't match house paint, you do. So at the end of the day, you have to back up what people are seeing. I've been asking you for the longest time, Danny, I've asked you over and over again to explain that whole fusion nonsense. Show us how this screen that are supposed to be combining together make this super screen. I would love to see it. Do the demonstration, break it down, show us. You haven't showed me anything. You haven't showed anybody anything because it's fake. You did all that in the demonstration just to have the screen match your theater wall. And at that, the screen you had on 100 inches, which you had leaning to the other side, was completely washed out. So that's why when you came back, the projector was turned off because you noticed it was washed out. You guys don't have any real tests at the end of the day. I gave you a basic challenge today, a basic challenge in a fully lit environment. I guarantee it was never done. And all you do is come on here, you rant, you get upset, you get angry, you get upset, and blah, 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 blah. That's all you do. It's your policies on your sites. All that stuff you talked about on camera, back it up. Don't get on camera and just be doing this all day. Back it up. That's all you got to do. Here's your other product right there. So how we know it's yours? The caps match. Your product, your container. Because CROW will come up there and say, oh, well, you know, that's not my container. And nobody, those are your containers right there. And right here, you see that hole? That's a hole on the top. You used a recycled container and you shipped that to a customer. Because at the end of the day, you didn't know this was coming to me. All you knew this was coming to a customer that had nothing to do with me. And when that product came in looking like that, and I went to inspect that container, there's a hole right at the top. You shipped that customer a container with a crack at the top that was open. I don't know how you couldn't have seen that. If you're not going to take the time to put an effort into your website, into your product, into your testing, then you're not going to put that special customer care for your customers. And this policy you have here set up, telling people that if that product is delivered to your property, there's no returns or refunds. So if that customer and that product landed on his product and it was busted, paint was leaking all over the place, within your policy, because it was delivered at that property, they get nothing. They just have to deal with it. Yeah. You definitely are a scammer. I don't see anything here. It's just, this is all you have. This is literally all he has on his website. Shop and home, that's it. Where's the rest of the pages? Where's the rest of your pages, man? Okay, let me see. Anything in the links? Is there anything, any test demonstrations in the links? Any videos showing the product? Anything? Anything in here? Nothing. And at that, you don't even have, what color is the paint? You don't even know what color your paint is. It doesn't even say it here in the description what color it is. There's nothing in here. There's nothing about narrow viewing comb effect, what kind of surface can you paint it on, applications with the paint sprayer, the distance throw, nothing. There's nothing in there at all. You don't even have a cleaning instruction in there, which how you wash it with hot water, soap, mild soap, no keep out of reach, no keep out of reach. Oh, you know, nothing there, man. Nothing at all. 2200 lumens, we pull at 1000 lumens on a black screen. This is what my header on my website looks like. We even ran out of room that we had to literally, all our pages had moors attached to them because we ran out of room. You see at the bottom? That is a page dedicated for all 1000 lumen tests. Matter of fact, we got to put another one out there. These are all our test demonstrations on 1000 lumens. 720p's versus 1000 lumens. Where's your test demo page? Do you have a test demo page? Here you go. This is my test demo page right here. These are all test demonstrations under the products, which shows our products were tested before they were ever shipped out the door. You don't have one of these because your product's not tested. You see those screens sitting up there? That's not house painting today, buddy. Those are certified screens laying against my screen. You don't even have any demonstrations like that. I can go through both your sites right now, do a website comparison, and I'll show you by far none, my product will blow your stuff clean out of the water. Our tests alone would crush your stuff. I don't even have to do a demonstration. You could even match one of those tests. There's a demonstration being done in a maxed out environment, right? They're all certified screens, 9 of them in one hit with a screen technology that's only 1%. Do you have any demonstrations like that? You're afraid of network grade 773, but we do multiple demonstrations against black surfaces on so many levels, it's not even funny. We just did one outside, which I got to post today. Where are your test demonstrations at, gentlemen? You don't have any test demonstrations. You're on camera ranting and carrying on. Look, 1,000 lumens in a max out zone. Where you test that, man? I'm asking you, plain. How come we're not seeing any test demonstrations? Where are they at? Partey, do I need to pop over to your site? I didn't think so. You want to go through that. You ever seen his? Yeah. Where you testing? Where outside demonstrations? You're claiming your products are indoor and outdoor. I don't see any demonstrations of outdoor demonstrations at all. And 2200 lumens, that's all you can kick off a gray screen? Are you kidding? It's a gray screen. 22, is that, we can do 1,000. Let's go over here. See the difference on how my page looks compared to yours? All test demonstrations under our products. Oh, these are the new demonstrations we're putting. It's a new, I had to extend my page because we're running out of room. So these are the new areas we're setting up already for more demonstrations. Matter of fact, I got to do gaming demonstrations. On the screen we have downstairs, gentlemen, that's 106 inches. Not a little cardboard screen tucked under the fireplace. I'm talking about a 106-inch official screen that's sitting in a door with light over top of it and the windows pushed behind it so light hits the screen. No curtains, no bookcases, none of that fake nonsense. And if you want to argue and say, well, you're using 4 and 5, we got a page dedicated for 1,000 lumens projectors right there. Getting certified too. Still waiting for those test demonstrations. We haven't seen them yet. Nothing yet at all, period. Still haven't seen any tests. And all you can do, like I said, all you can do is laugh. That's all they got left. There's nothing else. There's nothing they can't back their products in any way. Let me show you something, Jamie. You see your shipping policy? Let me show you something. Well, actually, your specification sheet. This is a specification sheet on our technology. Let me show you something here. Which one you want? You want the outdoor? You see the difference between my demonstrations and yours? Look at my screens compared to yours. Which one you want? Fusion or this one? We'll take this one right here. This is my specification sheet. You don't know anything about your screen paint. You're selling a product you know nothing about at all, period. See right there? That's 1,000 lumen demonstration. That means if the customer comes in and they're skeptical about that product working on a 1,000 lumen projector, not 2,200, 1,000 lumens, they can click on that. And boom, there's the demonstration right there in a max out zone in a fully lit environment. Dude, I understand you got the caps and all, but you got to leave some lowercase in there, okay? All right. So that's the demonstration we have on our technology. We show on a 1,000 lumen projector, lights on, lights off, showing off the product. So the customer can get an understanding of the product before he buys it. Yes, your shipping page. This right here is your entire shipping policy. That's it. This is my shipping policy. So you have COVID, you have to have that in there too, also to protect your customers, also to explain to them that things may slow down due to COVID. These are demonstrations we'll be putting in soon. There's another COVID policy popping up. You don't have anything in there. You don't have an act of God. You don't have an early cancellation. You don't have anything in there. We have a snail mail policy. Within our snail mail policy, basically, if the customer's product is showing that it's dragging and it hasn't reached destination fast enough, I go in and check. We have detailed tracking, which we can go in and check your package and see exactly where it's at. And if your package is too slow and it's really not moving, because under PayPal's policy, as long as the package shows that it's moving, you really can't do much about it. On my end, I don't want anybody to go through that. They have to wait and wait and wait, and this package could be just grinding along. So if we have proof and we can show, contact someone down there. I know a few people that work at the post office and find out that your package is going through this whole grind process, we ship you out another one for free. Right there. So right there, snail mail policy. That's our policy we designed. Jamie doesn't have anything like that in his policy. He doesn't even do exchange. Because again, he has in his policy that he just takes your money. That's it. But all this information is supposed to be in there for you. This is what the site's supposed to look like. And I'm pretty sure we've all done enough shopping online to know the difference of a policy and a website that looks real when it looks fake. Oh, this is such a mess in here. We'll go to the home page, because the home page is, there's only 2 pages we can click on. We'll just hit the home page. Let's see on your home page if you have any test demonstrations, a network grade 773, slip silver, any tests showing your product being tested, anything. That's it. That's all. Now, you do know, Jamie, that these demonstrations that I know you're very proud of, but you have to understand these are customers who got robbed, because you have a demonstration of your product matching house paints. And because you have a demonstration of your products, 2 demonstrations of your products matching house paint, who's to say what these people have at the end of the day is a real product or house paint that's sitting in their homes right now that they paid for? So what I see here when I see your customers, I see victims. I don't see happy customers. I see people that were deceived and were lied to. And if you sit there and tell me, oh, that's not real, well, buddy, you are selling a product right now on your website that clearly shows it has matched the network grade 773. And you continue to sell this product and you continue to do videos about this product as if that video doesn't even exist. Same thing like the personal mix. You sell that on your website too, but you changed the name to an ID personal mix, and that product matches house paint also. So what can you argue about? Seriously, what can you argue about, Jamie? What can you argue about right now? Did aliens, or what kind of excuses you got for that video? Aliens kidnapped you and cloned you, and maybe your other counterparts in an alien space zoo? I mean, just trying to randomly think of where you would get ideas from to explain to people why you have a video of you matching this product and still continue to sell this on your website. And if you want to sit there and say that these people here are customers at the end of the day, they didn't get scammed, well, have them send them over some of that network gray. You wouldn't mind sending each one of your customers some of that network gray and slip silver to have them do the test demonstrations and show it up on YouTube. If you're not a scammer at the end of the day, because it's right there, buddy. And the more you rant, that all the capitals, see the capitals coming in now, all these capitals he's writing now, look at the comments. He's writing all capitals. Now, Danny's very upset. The way Danny, I hate to say it, the way Danny is defending you, it doesn't look natural. I'm just put it that way. It doesn't look natural. That's a nice way of putting it. It doesn't look natural. But he's doing more defending for you than you're doing for yourself, unless you made an account that looks like Danny, which would be interesting, to make it look like it was him coming in the room talking and it's actually you to try to hide yourself. Boy, that'd be pretty dirty. I wouldn't put it past him. I lie to you not, I wouldn't put it past him. Like I said, It's right here, buddy. Is that not you in the video? Come on, Jamie. You got to own up to this, man. You got to own up to this. I understand you don't want to own up to it. You don't want to deal with it right now, but you got to own up to this. This is your video, man. This is your video, all right? This is you in the video showing receipts. This is your video. And you're selling the exact same product that matched the house paint on your website. So explain. I'm waiting. Still waiting. I'm not asking for that. I'm asking you a simple question. Can you explain? I'm not asking for all that. And can you tell us why you're still selling this house paint on your website? Explain. I didn't ask you for all that. I'm not, buddy, look, man, the fact that you come back in here and you're just ranting and you're not saying anything. The video's right there. Explain why you're still selling on your website. If you acknowledged enough to delete the video off your account or remove it, mark it private, whatever you did with it, then that shows you have acknowledged that your product is house paint. And with that being said, it should have been removed off your website also, but you still have it on your website selling it. That's like having an auto shop that basically sells recall parts. And they have done this before. They've had people try to rebrand a used part or a damaged part or a recall part. And people have been busted on it. Go through the inventory, find that half of the inventory is recall parts because they're much cheaper. And sell them as new parts. And this is what you're doing, man. This is your video. This is you on it. That is your place, your house right there. Where you're living at right now. Explain this. This is why I left an open mic. I'm giving you the opportunity to explain. Still ranting about this stuff. He doesn't want to own up. And some people are like that in life. They just don't want to own up. You owe your customers an apology. You need to remove all your products off the site. If they're not properly tested, and they should be tested, you need to remove those products off your site. Because right now your products are scam products. And the fact that you're selling this product on your site, knowing about this video, knowing that it's matched, Jamie, you need to remove it, that's all. Now, for you, you consider this to be funny. When you come on here laughing, and it's not hurting me at the end of the day, you hurt yourself. Because the way you're carrying yourself right now, the way you're upset, the way you're angry, and you can say many things, but the thing about it is, man, you're cheating your customers. You're not coming in like a professional. That's like if you go buy something at, let's see, Best Buy, and you buy a TV, you get it home, and it's jacked up. You take it back, and the guy starts ranting like, yeah, whatever, blah, 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 and blah, blah. They catch this jerk on camera. You know how he's going to lose his job. And then when you represent that company, you represent your business at the end of the day. And when you come up here carrying on like this, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't hurt me. At the end of the day, it hurts you. This is you at the end of the day. You need to explain this. And if you can't explain this, and this is how you carry yourself, then this is not good for you. And you're not going to do anything in life. And business is not going to go well for you. Because nobody, and I don't care who they are, is going to pay $80. Now he cut the price to $89. $80 for a product that's matching house paint. And we're giving you the opportunity to come in here and explain yourself. But all you guys come in here and do is rant. You know why I don't come into your demonstrations and do this? You never see me in there. You know why? Because I can back my products up. That's why. Why would I need to be in there to begin with, defend something that I can go on camera and show you just like that? But you, on the other hand, we tell you to do one demonstration in slip silver, and we got to pull teeth to get that one done. Well, it never was done. We give you one simple challenge, and it takes forever for you guys to do it. Me, that's it, done. I got to buy stuff to challenge against my product at the end of the day. But you guys know, we give you one challenge, it takes forever. We're met by middle fingers, insults, all kinds of stuff, but you don't back your products up. That's why I don't come into your channel, watch your videos. What for? I can back my product. This is why when you go to my website, I got tons of demonstrations being tested on everything you could possibly think of, and you guys don't even come close to it because you don't back your products. Now, Jamie, I got to get to work in a few minutes because I got to do some projector mapping applications. But I gave you an opportunity. I gave both of you an opportunity. I came here, opened up the mic. I gave you a chance to explain yourselves. You came in here with a bunch of ranting, cursing, carrying on, emojis, and usual stuff. We backed up everything I just said. If I'm going to call somebody a scammer at the end of the day, I have to have enough evidence to show that that person is a scammer. And you right here have provided so much evidence, it's not even funny. Danny boy, I call you a scammer and a fraud at the end of the day because I've asked you multiple times to back up that multi-complex stacking system, which you have failed to do on so many levels. I've been asking you that since last year. The fact that we're going to do the testing for you, that's why you canceled every single order that came through. That's why you got so scared. And the process of us going in and ordering, the third one, we got a 404 error that popped up. He removed the entire marketplace, so we couldn't place the order. We got it, but still we got the money back on our account. So you guys can't back your products up. And Danny, the reason why we don't consider you to ever be a threat, number one, again, I've been around longer than you have. Number two, by adding up exactly financially wise, your site doesn't make money. You actually owe money in that site because the way you designed your product. You shot yourself in the foot the minute you made it a 4-code application right from the door. You didn't think it through too well, but Jamie, you're up there talking about, this is supposed to be your best product, right? This is supposed to be your best product that you make, the best, right? This is supposed to be the best of the best. This is what you claim. The Cinemax is the crown jewel of your products. It is the best of the best. It's the flagship. It's the big cheese. Problem is it's matching house paint. That's the problem. And it's not matching a mixture. It's matching shelf paint with nothing in it, which means your product shows nothing special. What you guys did was you went back and took old screen paint products from way back and you introduced it to newer projectors to make it look like it's something different. But the problem is with those particular products, they have the exact same flaws. No matter how you make them, they have these weird flaws attached to them. And this is the reason why you're doing the exact same videos that they did back then, and these poorly lit environments and colors washing out, stuff like that. Now at that particular time, it was considered to be acceptable because again, it was in a different era. Now today, with ambient light projection technology and the projectors we have now, you really should not be having that issue at all, period. But you see it happening. It's sad, ain't it? Look at that. That is really sad. Jamie, you're a child at the end of the day. Listen. People are going to be looking at your messages. You're mad and upset. Oh, we got Crow in the room. CROW1176. Hey, Chief, how you doing? Got a lot of questions to ask you. This video may extend a little bit more because we finally got them in the room. Questions I need to ask. Why are you still selling this on your website? Excuse me, can you enlighten me? Ask your question. Why are you still selling this product on your website? Look, gentlemen, you have to understand. By you getting upset, by you getting angry, by you getting frustrated, this is what you're doing at the end of the day. All right? This makes you look bad. You want to come on camera as being a professional, you're not. I'm asking you a simple question. When you get on the offensive over this video, it shows that it's true. You're just outing yourself. That's all you're doing. You're not making yourself look good. You're making yourself look extremely bad. By you carrying on and acting up this way, you're just outing yourself. Why are you upset about a video that you designed to protect your product? Can you answer that one for me? You made this video, right? You made this video to protect your product, right? You made this video to show that I was a liar and that the product you have here does not match the network grade 773. So why are you so angry about it? You're angry because you got caught. You're angry because you acknowledge that your product is house paint, that you stole from a lot of people. Now, people, by seeing this demonstration, I'm glad we're able to open up the mic and show you. Crow finally came into the room. That's his tag right there. You see how he's carrying out, how he's upset, how he's angry. And he's angry over a video that he made himself to try to defend his product of not being house paint. So why does this upset you? I'm not asking for all that. I ask you a simple question. I'm not reading all this. I'm reading simply. Gentlemen, your messages are falling on deaf ears. I'm asking you a simple question. Why are you upset about this video? We'll give him a chance to talk. Still waiting. Can you give me a sensible answer why you're upset about the video? Can't give you any, see? Nothing back. And I don't get it. You mean the beginning of the video, man, you were brimming. You were brimming with confidence in the middle of the video. You were sitting there talking about how I was a fake and a liar and how I didn't know what I was talking about. You're showing receipts that you purchased the product. You're painting the screen down. Yeah, you're brimming with a lot of confidence. And then near the end, all that just evaporated. See, showing off the container, everything. You were proud of this video. So why are you so angry about me showing this video? Why are you upset about it? See, nothing. Ask them a simple question. But then they'll come back in after the question. They feel the questions are over. Look, and I'm still talking. I'm still asking you the same question. Why are you upset about a video that you used to defend your product by saying it's not house paint? And yet you came in here really upset and very angry over this. If you do have loved ones around you right now, they would be telling you right now to keep your mouth shut. You've already done enough damage to yourself already. By you coming in here and threatening and carrying on and acting up shows at the end of the day that you are a person who is guilty of stealing. Only not guilty of stealing, that you don't know anything when it comes to screen paint products. Because most people would back it up. If their products were tested and they could back their products at the end of the day, they would back it up. Oh, you're saying my product is what? Yeah, I'll show you. Yeah, they would back it up. The fact that the way you guys came in here carrying on, not good. So I just asked you a simple question. Can you explain why you're still selling this on the website? I'm going to change the caption, Jamie. I'm going to change it to unprofessional. You went to a rant, how you carried on, asking you simple questions. So this is how you act if... So let me ask you a question. What did you tell the church? Because apparently your products are not tested. Did you tell the church your products were tested? What lied? Whatever you told them and you didn't test your products, you lied to them. You know that, right? So what did you tell the church? Because we requested for you to test the rest of your products and he refused to test them. So again, what did you tell the church? Did you lie to the church? You steal from the church? What did you do? Did you show them this video? Did they ever see this video? Did you show any of your customers this video? More importantly, if you didn't delete the video, is the video available on your account? Did you post it to your website? No, you didn't do that, did you? Of course you didn't. I'll leave y'all with this right here. So this is where we requested for CROW to go in and, oh, by the way, all these videos are gone. They're missing. All these are missing. All missing. But anyway, we requested for him to take the video. This is when the videos were around. We requested him to take the videos and post them directly to his website so everybody can see it. And when we went to get the first one was missing. The one with him wearing the red hoodie, that was gone. But for some reason, it was sharing the exact same title. And the second one, it was only 2 videos. The second one had the title of the first. So as we're in there, because we're trying to get the original video to send over to him, he removed the video in the middle of a live stream trying to hide the evidence. And we caught him, we busted him. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, you can't even make this up. So this is you, Jamie. Is it not you? That's your channel before you change the design to it to try to hide things. I don't know what you're trying to do. And that's where it says right there. That's the same title as the first product. Because YouTube doesn't allow you to duplicate the title. It tells you have to go change that because they don't want a lot of spamming going on. So they make you change it. You can't have the exact same thing. So you got rid of the first video with the hoodie and you gave that the title right there so people don't see how damaging that video was. It was pretty bad. But even when you try to change out the video, you were still matching here. Because in that video, you didn't have a sample sheet of, looks like Elite Screen, Cinema 5D, the 5D, it looks like that right there. Yeah, that's what it was. So you didn't have that in the demonstration. But I'll put the microphone on here, right here. You know, sound.
The only thing that's coming up, and it's still not doing you any good. It's still not helping you out because in this video, the video unavailable. Oh, we can't make it up.
What happened?
We can't make it up. We can't make it up.
You removed the video on live stream.
Busted. You're a scammer. You're nothing more than a scammer.
That's
and
you, man.
Keep getting busted. Can't make it up. He removed the other video now. We got you again. We got you again. Can't make it up.
Jamie,
Look what it says right here.
you moved your video, man.
The video is private, unavailable.
Right in the middle of the live stream.
He got busted. Only one that popped up.
Because all we did was ask him to take the video and put it so everybody can see it. And Jamie caught himself being slick, going in and removing the video. That hurts you big time because it shows that you have a habit of when you get caught, you hide videos.
Was this one, which means he went in, he deleted the original video.
And look what you have in your caption here, Jamie. You have, don't believe everything you hear. Isn't that's kind of funny right there. You got to admit, that's kind of funny. You're telling people don't believe everything you hear, but yet you get caught removing videos off your account that are basically used to defend you. But don't believe everything you hear.
Change the title to this video because in the original video, you were on camera. We had the original. So you explained to me how we have a video over here showing you on camera, displaying the screen paint, talking all this craziness, but yet over here on your channel, it doesn't exist. Where is it? This is the only thing that's coming up. And it's still.
Look at it. You're still matching the paint. This is a whole new video. Mind you, we got a copy of that video too. I got to find it, but we do have a copy of that one too. We have a copy of both videos. So you get a chance to see that one too. I'll track it down. We'll put it on the blacklist. You can check it out. But you're still matching the product right there. But went in and took that video, removed this video. Now, Jamie, I told you, at the end of the day, by you removing this video, you have acknowledged and have accepted that your product is house paint. And because of this, you should have issued an apology and returns back to your customer. You should have rebranded your company's name or whatever you want to call it at the end of the day. And you should have now all tests that you're going to have to do from here on in are going to have to be under these paint products to prove that your customers that you're not doing the same scam as you did before. That's what you should have did. But instead of you doing that, you came at us with more hatred. Now, again, how is that hurting me at the end of the day? Where would that affect me at the end of the day? That's a person at the end of the day who cannot take responsibility for his own doing. That's what you are. That's what you have displayed. Even now in this room, as you're in here ranting and carrying on and acting up, you're just showing that you are not the kind of person that people want to do business with. These are your videos of you hiding videos, of you matching household products, and even we can go to your website and show people where you are still continuing to sell these products knowing what you know already. Even have a shipping policy set up deliberately to take from your customers. If your customers happen to bounce in and see one of these videos and go, oh shoot, I need to talk to them about this, you got it set up. If it lands on the property, they can't get their money back. If the property busts open and paint leaks all over the place, they still can't get their money back. They can't even get an exchange. And even if they were to pop the top of it to get a look inside, and like the other fellow, when the customers, the UV mix, was complaining because the UV mix was coming up too dark on his basement wall. His basement wall was producing a better white level than the UV mix. There's another fellow in here who basically goes in on him, crazy goes in on him because Crow scammed this guy. Found out that the product that Crow sold him was basically everyday house paint. And what about your customers right now? Say they take that house paint and they run it down the side of the screen and they go, what the freak? Well, you got in your policy, if they open it up, it's the only thing you got around that is the fact that they can't get the screen off the wall. So they really can't get the screen off the wall to give them back to them. But at least give them an exchange or something. Then you get an exchange for more house paint. There's more, the lesser two evils right there. That's what it comes down to. It comes down to the lesser two evils.
It's still not doing you any good. It's still not helping you out because in this video, the video unavailable. Oh, you can't make it up! We can't make it up. We can't make it up. Busted. You're a scammer. You're nothing more than a scammer. And yet keep getting busted. Can't make it up. He removed the other video now.
Look, I'm going to explain something to you. If you brought the video back from the dead, because we have it right there showing that the video is gone. Now, you just in a few minutes to look it up. Be careful when you say things to me like that, because you know what I'm going to ask you now. And if you have that video and it's floating around right now, then you wouldn't mind posting that directly to your website. I will be on your website tomorrow to see if it's there. You see this video player you have here, this dog or this picture you have here? I want to see both demonstrations displayed directly to the site. I will pop them for a split second, see if it's there, see if you can back it up, post them right to the site today. No, I don't want to hear any excuses. I really don't want to hear excuses. If you're going to make a comment by saying, look it up to me, then I want to see the demonstrations to the site. So people, this will be continued. Crow or whatever he is that came into the room explained that he's going to put the videos directly to the site. Jamie, this is not you. Then one of your customers just threw you under a bus. So I don't know whether they're doing this to get you to out you or whatever they're doing, but whatever it is, we don't care. You said look it up. I'm not looking it up. You're going to take the two videos and you're going to post them to the website. That's what you're going to do. And big players. I want to see huge, massive players up there. You got plenty of room up there. I want to see both of them up there. Tomorrow, we'll come in and I will pop in and see. We'll do a live stream. We'll do an open mic for you. All right? If they're not there, then we're just going to leave it up. It is what it is. Just talk a lot of trash. Can't back your products up, as always. Let me see. So these are the two videos. The one right here we have here, there's two missing. So it would be this one. Yes, two of them. This one right here shows the woman, snowstorm, flowers, stuff like that. This is one of the videos right here. And then the second one is the one with him wearing the red hoodie. So he told me to go look it up. I'm not going to waste the time. I got things to do. But since you said look it up, that means if you brought the videos back, you wouldn't mind taking those videos and going directly to your home page here. I want to see that video right there. Crow, you can't, Jamie, let me explain something to you. You can't come on here and try to say things to make yourself look good at the end of the day. It doesn't work that way. All right? So, what you need to do is, if you're going to tell me to look something up, I don't have time for that. I'm busy, okay? I took the time out already to address this issue because you do have a bad habit of running your mouth or saying your products are this and that, and you lie to people. And we're here to basically show, once in a while we'll come in and show people, look, this is why you don't buy his products. All right? What are you going to say against mine? Mine's untested? Yeah, that don't work too well, do it. It matches black paint? I don't know, can't do it. It comes up too dark? Can't do it either right there. What else you got? We don't test on multiple projectors, different environments, certified screens. What else you got? Like I said, my test page alone would wipe your entire website by itself. That's a test demo page. So you can't back your products up. There are no videos of me matching black paint at the end of the day at any kind whatsoever. It doesn't exist. But there are videos of you matching house paint. And even in one video, you matched a projection screen, a white one at that. And that was even worse to see. And then that demonstration also went missing. So, since you told me to look it up, and I don't have time to do it, that's not my responsibility. It's your responsibility to bring those videos back. If you brought them back and you have them on display, bring the videos back. And I expect tomorrow morning, when I get up, for you to have the videos posted here. You can put 2 video players here and here, because I can see this is not a video player, this is actually an image. So you can put 2 players, one here and one here, put both videos there, and say at the top, can you see the difference? And you let your customers decide when they look at that video of whether they want to buy your product or Sherwin-Williams. Do not forget to put the product's name as in Sherwin-Williams Network Grade 773. Hey, if you want to, you can put a link up there too. That'd be nice too. So if they want, they can go directly into Sherwin-Williams and buy it right from there. But like I said, you told me to look it up. I don't have the time to do it, but I'm giving you the chance. So we're giving CROW1176, Jamie Fernando Gonzalez. We're giving you the opportunity to back your products once again by displaying 2 large video players right here on your site, showing the first and second video of the Network Grade 773 that we have displayed on the blacklist. I expect to see it there tomorrow. I'll be back in tomorrow to check it out. Till then, gentlemen, I got to get back to work. I got a real business to build. Until then, you got to figure out how to get around that mess. All right, got to go, and God bless.